So this is quite a situation. All right, I guess we're ready to get started. I apologize for the delay. So it is quite nice to see all your faces here on the screen, I must say. So let me just begin by offering a welcome. So I would say good afternoon and welcome everyone to our 6th annual Alpha Omega Alpha induction ceremony, and our first that is, of course, virtual. And we'll cross our fingers and hope for the best. So my name is Margaret Shoemaker, for those in the audience. I am from the AOA class of 1983, and I serve as the counselor for our Theta chapter here at Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine. For those that are not familiar with this medical honor society, AOA was founded over 100 years ago to recognize excellence among students of medicine. First, there is academic excellence. These inductees here today have distinguished themselves with an outstanding academic record, even while being part of a cohort of medical students nationally that are academically gifted. But academic excellence alone does not meet the needs of the patient and family, the expectations of society, nor does it satisfy the privilege of our profession. Equally necessary are attributes of leadership, integrity, respect, compassion, volunteerism, and of course, professionalism. These attributes, along with academic excellence, are the foundation of the outstanding 21st century physician. And our inductees here today are being commended for these qualities and recognized, according to the AOA motto, to be worthy to serve the suffering. And with that welcome, I will now turn the podium over to Dr. Stephen Scheinman, President and Dean of Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine, for a few remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shoemaker, and congratulations to everybody. This is the 6th induction ceremony for the Theta of Pennsylvania chapter of AOA at Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine. The mission, as Dr. Shoemaker just said, and I think it's essential to AOA, so I'm going to go into this a little more. The mission of AOA goes beyond merely recognizing academic excellence, as if academic excellence were something that were mere, but it goes beyond that. It is to honor the intent of William Root and the other founders of AOA, that medical graduates be, and you'll hear this phrase a lot this next half hour, as you've already heard it from Dr. Shoemaker, the medical graduates should be worthy to serve the suffering. So membership in AOA combines the recognition of excellent academic performance with the celebration of strength of character and commitment to service. AOA was founded by medical students in 1902, 118 years ago. They were led by Root. He was a medical student in Chicago at the time, and he was scandalized by the immature and unprofessional attitudes and behaviors of his fellow medical students. He wrote that AOA was, this is a direct quote, was started as a protest against a condition which associated the name of medical students with rowdyism, boorishness, immorality, and low educational ideals. And be it noted, such protest arose entirely from students, not one member of the faculty having been consulted. So that's how AOA was launched. Root and 8 of his medical classmates gathered and founded AOA. They wrote its constitution, which states that the duties of AOA members are, again, a quote, to foster the scientific and philosophical features of the medical profession, to look beyond self, to to the welfare of the profession and of the public, to cultivate social mindedness as well as individualistic attitude towards responsibility, to show respect for colleagues, especially for elders and teachers, to foster research, and in all ways to ennoble the profession of medicine and advance it in public opinion. These principles, I'm sure you recognize, are completely congruent with the mission and culture of this medical school. More than most, we emphasize and value character as much as scientific knowledge. This was paramount in how we selected your class for admission. It's been paramount in what we have sought to teach you and model for you during your time here. And it has been paramount in how you were selected for this honor of admission to AOA. We honor you today for your academic excellence, yes, but more importantly, because you exemplify the values of AOA. This ceremony comes at a time when the mission and principles of AOA have never been more meaningful. Being worthy to serve the suffering means recognizing that you bring to the patient your best knowledge and skills, but also your own personal sense of responsibility for their welfare. The COVID pandemic has highlighted the heroism of physicians everywhere who have embraced this responsibility in the face of real personal risk. On the wall of the lobby of the Medical Sciences Building is an aphorism. The role of the physician is to cure sometimes, relieve often, comfort always. And it comes from that great source of wisdom, Anonymous. It's accurate to say that we don't know who originated it, but we do know that the plaque is wrong in claiming that it dates to the 15th century. There are examples of its use hundreds of years before then, but regardless, it emphasizes a fundamental truth. When you can cure, that of course is wonderful and you must do so, but it's not usually going to be the case. When you can relieve suffering, you must do all that you can to do so, and that is very often the case. But in every case, you must be there for the patient to offer comfort. That is the fundamental role of the physician. You've been selected for AOA because your faculty were confident that you are worthy of this great obligation. I have every confidence that you are up to this challenge. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Dean Scheinman. All right. I would like to go back now to, is it possible to go back to the full screen, Brian, so I can see everyone? Is that possible?
You do that with your own controls, Peggy, upper right-hand corner.
I am going to go back to gallery view. Yeah, okay, great. There we are. All right. Our next order of business will be to honor our faculty inductees. At Geisinger Commonwealth, we are so fortunate to have scores of dedicated volunteer faculty. Without them, our students wouldn't have the successful outcomes and learning experiences that they have had over the years. Last year's AOA group, the class of 2019, felt it was appropriate to now start selecting faculty inductees and honoring some of these excellent individuals who have given so much of their time to the education of our students. So this year, we again will be honoring 2 faculty members. I'll begin with Dr. Elzweig, and I'm going to read some statements that were put together by our students. And I might say that there were several nominees. There was discussion and a final decision to induct these 2 particular faculty members. So, Dr. Elzweig, you have served as a role model for many of our students at Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine. Students who have rotated with you have remarked on your dedication to teaching and patient care. Students on your service feel valued as members of the team by virtue of opportunities to participate directly in the care of their patients. Your empathy for patients has also impressed these young professionals who hope to emulate your compassion, servant leadership, and patient advocacy. We are fortunate to have you on the Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine faculty, improving both the medical knowledge and clinical skills of our students, as well as teaching them the meaning of high-quality, patient-centered care. Dr. Elsweig, the class of 2020 Theta Chapter students and I congratulate you and welcome you to AOA.
Thank you very much.
And now, equally special, we'd like to welcome Dr. Tom Chirilla. Now, I didn't mention Dr. Elsweig is an internist hospitalist from our central region. Dr. Chirilla is actually a member of our charter class in 2013 and has returned to the area to practice in radiation oncology. So, Dr. Chirilla, since returning to our region, you have served as a role model for many of our students at Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine. Students who have rotated with you have remarked on your special interest in the unique healthcare needs of our community, your enthusiasm to foster student research projects, and the quality of your clinical care. Students recognize you as a champion for the GCSOM mission to bring bright young physicians to Northeastern Pennsylvania. We are fortunate to have you on the faculty teaching our students and serving our community. The class of 2020 Theta Chapter students and I congratulate you and welcome you, Dr. Chirilla, to AOA.
Thank you all.
All right. And now, I believe we can get to the heart of our induction ceremony. And I will be reading each of the inductees' names in alphabetical order. And that does mean, Harrison, that you have to wait until the very end. Okay. I hope you have received your cords, and you're welcome to put them on as I call your name. Just for the sake of tradition, I will say to the audience, please hold your applause until all of the names have been called, and then we'll share some applause for this auspicious group. So, beginning, class of 2020 inductees, Joseph Aldres, Samaya Almeki, Stephanie Amendola, Carl Anderson, Gina Bayamonte, Jonathan Bodner, Lindsay Falgust, Catherine Faulkner, Mackenzie Ferry, There she is. Corinne Gregory. Christian Haig. Jason Hamza. Jonathan Jackson. Trey Matthews. Wonderful. Jenna Patel. Mary Pavlovich. Kendall Shiflett. Zachary Sporn. Brian Velasco. Harrison Winters. Wonderful. And now I think we can all take a moment to either show or share our applause for this group of wonderful young professionals. The hope for the future in the practice of medicine. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I hear thunderous applause, everyone. All right, good. And now a very special portion of our ceremony. We're going to be moving on to the recitation of the oath. Okay, so everybody make sure you have that in front of you. And at this time, I would like to ask all the participants, the students, and our attending inductees as well, and young Mr. Elswig, of course, as well, to unmute themselves. Yeah, everybody unmute. So, and I'm going to introduce soon to be Dr. Jason Hamza, who was selected by this group to be president of the AOA class of 2020. Jason, I will turn the podium over to you now to lead the recitation of the oath.
I solemnly pledge myself to a life of service to my patients.
Everyone.
I solemnly pledge myself to a life of service to my patients.
I will give to my teachers my gratitude for their wisdom and follow their example in the education of future generations.
I will give to my teachers my gratitude for their wisdom and follow their example in the education of future generations.
I will practice my profession with integrity, recognize the limits of my knowledge, and continue to learn throughout my career.
I will practice
my profession with integrity, recognize the limits of my knowledge, and continue to learn throughout my career.
service. I will remember that open communication is the foundation of my patients' well-being.
Remember that open communication is the foundation of my patient's well-being.
I will oppose policies that breach human rights and never permit discrimination of any kind to intervene between myself and my duty to my patient.
I will oppose policies that breach human rights and never permit discrimination of any kind to intervene myself and my patients.
I will continue to recognize that the practice of medicine is a privilege and will maintain my own wellness to be the best physician for my patients.
I will continue to recognize that the practice of medicine is a privilege and my own wellness to be the best physician for my patients.
Well, thank you, everyone. So we have just learned something about doing an induction ceremony by Zoom. Some things work better than others. And as we were going through the oath and I was hearing the echo of all the unmuted speakers, mingling together, I was thinking, well, sometimes it's more about the process and doing something than necessarily the outcome. So let's think of it as we all participated in the process of saying the oath. So thank you very much for that. Wonderful. And now we can move on. I see Dr. Jeffries here as well. We're going to give him a few minutes to make some closing remarks. But please, before you all sign off, we are going to have a group photo. All right. So please stay here. I love your backgrounds with the celebratory features and the beautiful outdoors. And most of all, your beautiful young faces with the smiles. You're absolutely glowing, and congratulations from me to all of you, not just for this induction, but for what is to follow later today. So Godspeed to all. And with that, I will turn things over to Dr. Jeffries.
Thank you, Peggy. And I just want to say it's wonderful to see all of you and to participate today. But much like our current Zoom environment, I was locked out for about the first 15 minutes. Then I'm on a different computer now, so everything should be okay. But AOA is really a huge distinction for graduates, and it's a recognition of the excellence that all of you have put into your careers, and it's a culmination and a recognition that you're really a wonderful, intellectual, and active group of physicians that we will be quite proud to send out there and to be leaders among all of the physicians that are graduating today. So congratulations on your achievements, and thank you for choosing Geisinger Commonwealth School of Medicine and as your base of jumping off to your medical career. So and good luck in your residencies and all of your future endeavors. And most importantly, come back and be a faculty member at Geisinger and inspire a future generation of physicians who will be looking up to you as the best of the best. So thank you. And that's it, Peggy. It's
perfect. That's perfect. All right. So thank you, Dr. Jeffries. And now I'm going to head back to the gallery view. And let's see here. We should have somebody on board who is taking our screenshot photo. Could somebody could we have a
Yes.
verbalization that this is done at some point?
You definitely need somebody else on the screen now,
Yes.
not me. That's all I see.
Okay, no, I have the gallery view.
Oh, good.
Okay. Brian, can you tell us when our screenshot is good? Smiles. So, did they get it, Brian?
Yep, we're good to go.
Okay, thank you very much. Bravo, everyone. Congratulations. Congratulations, Dr. Elswig, Dr. Chirilla. Thank you for joining us today.
It's great to see the poster and the bow tie.
Bye, everyone. Till later.